So there might be additional charges filed against Bob Beckett. I know that Ted Holmes yesterday said that he's looking to file 3 felony counts against John Kakavoulias, Detective Close, and Barokowitz as well.
And myself and Assistant Sheriff Rick Marshall. I would tell this against Mr. Holmes. It's very interesting the way the denial came down. It's very interesting that we know the case. And it's very interesting that if he proceeds in that matter, there'll be a malicious prosecution case being filed against Mr. Holmes. Mr. Holmes will find himself not only that, but I don't have any problem suing Mr. Holmes for any kind of civil action because he is not a member of the Nye County Sheriff, Nye County. And as I told someone yesterday, is that when this came down, being very familiar with the cases, I guess I'm going to have to start taking helicopter lessons because I understand Mr. Holmes owns a helicopter, and we'll see if he proceeds in that manner. The shot across the bow is this: go right ahead. But I know the case. I know where I stand. I've been doing this for 36 years. He has not. He only has a little bit of police experience. And from some of the allegations he has made and some of the ways he's going on, I don't think that he's well grounded in law. And who's ever giving him legal advice is basically misguiding him. So we'll proceed. We'll see what happens with Mr. Holmes does, and we'll proceed from there. I'm more than happy to get my own lawyer to deal with this for this issue. If he files a civil case, the county will provide a lawyer for that. But we're standing firm that we did not violate law. In fact, Mr. Holmes's case, I gave that case to the FBI when Mr. Holmes was arrested, so they can look at it and review it and making sure that we did nothing to interfere in Mr. Holmes's constitutional rights. And other cases that involve the investigation has also been forwarded to the FBI for their review at their request. So we're looking at seeing who stands on solid legal ground. We believe we do. And we're just going to proceed doing our job and protecting the public and making sure that the public is safe. And hopefully that a special prosecutor is appointed soon and that we can finally move on with this matter and get this behind us because we have a very important job to do. And I appreciate the professionalism of the prosecutors within Mr. Beckett's office. However, they're pretty much what we understand from Mr. Bettinger's actions involving Bob Beckett is that they're under the gun by Mr. Beckett, and that seems to be very unfortunate.
And it has to be said that Bob Beckett's case does mention against Detective David Barokowitz that Ted Holmes' case is included in all those counts against Detective Barokowitz, including the other candidate for the Nye County Sheriff's Office, which is Scott Coble.
My understanding from someone that talked to Scott Coble's denying he had anything to do with any type of filing of any charges. Mrs. Scott Coble, in fact, until Mrs. Coble told me that his daughter was involved, I never knew that. In that, I wasn't following that particular issue. He's the one who brought that to my attention. But by that time, he had already gone. Apparently, the DA was looking at that as possible filing. There was 3 other deputies involved in that particular case. And like I said before, is Mr. Beckett hasn't. And I'll tell you this: all those cases that they're mentioning, not one request has come to the Nye County Sheriff's Office for any records whatsoever. None. Mr. Beckett's case is in 4 boxes, 4 large boxes, waiting for the special prosecutor. The case with Scott Coble, no one's come to us and requested any kind of information, follow-up, or transcription of the call for service. Not at all. So where they're getting this from is from hearsay evidence. Is not for anything that we believe is grounded in any type of probable cause, and they will also be in jeopardy of malicious prosecution and also opening themselves up for any type of action Mr. Barokowitz wants to go against them for. So I think it's getting kind of ridiculous that every time we get this thing settled down, Mr. Bob Beckett continues kicking dirt in the face of the citizens of Nye County. And the only right and the law enforcement agency that's trying to maintain public peace, we're getting tired of this. We don't shoot the first shot. Mr. Beckett seems to be doing that, and his behavior is totally out of character for what should be going on in the DA's office. But we will respond to that because we have the integrity of the Nye County Sheriff's Office to protect, and we have to make sure that people are solidified in the fact that we're going to go out there and do our jobs. Regardless of what happens, we have a job to do, and we're going to continue doing that. And I'll continue doing that as long as I'm Sheriff of Nye County.
Do you think that the reason why the district attorney is coming after the sheriff's department and butting up with the sheriff's department candidates is because of retaliation on the Nye County Sheriff's Office and the detective arresting him?
Well, there's a saying that even a drowning man will go after an anchor. I think Mr. Beckett and Mr. Holmes and all those individuals are going after an anchor and holding on to that and going down with that because we can't make any kind of sense out of this. There's nothing here that's politicized. We did our job. These people violated the law, and we did our job. And that's the face of the matter. These are criminal charges. We do not put ourselves out there to try to do anything that's going to interfere with or violate any of his constitutional rights. And if I was looking, if that was the case, why would I notify the FBI when Ted Holmes was arrested, and why would I send them an entire case file? That we had it hand delivered. And my memo to the FBI via email was, you have any problems, you don't need a warrant, you don't need a subpoena, you can come into the office and talk to anybody you want in reference to any allegations. We're already sending case files over to them in reference to requests they made in order for possible prosecution against individuals. I'm not going to mention what that is, what cases they are, but they're very interested in what's going on in our county. And not necessarily investigating the sheriff's office, by the way, regardless of what rumors are saying, but basically looking at the situation as it stands and look at individuals that may not have provided the citizens I can with honest and true government. And that's and we're cooperating with them in that respect. They don't, as always, the FBI doesn't have to request any warrant or subpoenas. I have a good working relationship with them, regardless of what people may think. And like I said, is that why would I send them the Ted Holmes file if I had anything to hide? Nothing. It was hand delivered. They accepted it, and they never got back to us one way or the other with that, as far as any type of violation of his constitutional rights. So Mr. Holmes is not standing on good ground in that respect. The warrant was valid. He refused to he refused to cooperate with the deputies. He started going after a weapon. The deputies maintained that. They did what they could to protect themselves. He resisted. Why would a sheriff's candidate not obey a warrant? The cops came to my house with a warrant. It's open house for them. They can do whatever they want. I respect the law, and we obey the law.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Good, Tony.
Okay.
I think it's good.
You want to say something different against the government? You're going to shoot me? No, not in America. You're going to applaud to me when I leave. You're going to applaud to me. Say that matches something. I love this country. I have